warm welcome to all Tomb Raiders and Vault Hunters to today's episode of Skapie's Corner. I'm Skapie and this is my corner. Today we're going on a journey of my top 10 lost cities. In number 10 we have Cliff Palace, but not actually a palace, more like a little town. The town flourished between 900 and 1200 AD. Occupation of the site was short-lived and abandoned in 1300 and rediscovered only 500 years later. It was accidentally discovered and turned out to be the largest cliff dwelling in North America. And now we'll just mosey on along to our number 9 in Pakistan, where we'll find a whole lot of nothing. Literally, Mohenjo-daro was a lost city a long time ago. It was abandoned in 1800 BC and only rediscovered in 1922. In number 8 we have Kratine. Kratine is the home of the Piedra volcano. You probably know how that ended. The eruption in Piedra in 1600 BC was one of the largest eruptions ever recorded. Although the eruption was so big, they surprisingly found especially well-preserved frescoes, as well as homes up to 3 stories high and a complex planned settlement. They even had running hot and cold water. The hot water was ironically supplied by the very volcano that killed them. In number 7 we have the one everyone knows what it looks like, but I don't know how to say it, Machu Picchu. Sounds like Pichu, in Peru. Nobody knows if it was just a regular settlement, royal retreat, or a religious sanctuary. It is really pretty though. It's so interesting to learn how different people lived. In the lost city of Timgad, there's a forum that reads, "To hunt, bathe, play games and laugh, this is life." Reminds me of a very specific episode of Star Trek Next Gen. After the city was abandoned in the 7th century, it was covered in the sands of the Sahara and preserved until its rediscovery in 1881. In number 5 we have Piedra. You probably know her. Piedra was lost from Western knowledge for thousands of years. The city in the desert flourished until an earthquake destroyed the vital water system. With other cities available, it was just easier to abandon the city than to rebuild it. Lazy people. The city is now half built and half carved out of the red rocks of the hills. Now this kind of looks familiar. But anyway, we've arrived in Tikal in Guatemala, yay! Now let's go get some smoothies and get our discovery on. Oh, what's that we've stumbled upon? Oh my word, it's the Mayan city of Tikal. It was once the capital city of the Mayan kingdom and a major city of the New World. Now, number 3 is sadly not Atlantis because, except for an allegorical tale told by Plato, there's no strong evidence that Atlantis ever existed. The town of Petri, on the other hand, is actually a lost city under the sea. The town was likely submerged by rising sea levels and subsidence of the ground caused by earthquakes. Since sea levels fluctuate widely over human existence, it is entirely likely that there are other cities under the sea just waiting to be discovered. For a long time, Troy was thought as mythical as Atlantis until it was discovered. You know the story. Troy had huge defensive walls that could keep any available weaponry of the time out. That's why it was needed for trickery with the Trojan horse. And number 1 is of course the most famous one, Pompeii. People were trapped at the foot of Mount Vesuvius and were so afraid that they prayed to die. The ash preserved the 2 towns for 1,700 years. We always imagine ancient Romans as inhabiting a world of white marble, but Pompeii was a real town, with many features we might recognize today, like political posters, graffiti on the toilet walls, and so on. So all of these places are on my bucket list, and I hope I've added some to yours. Now go explore your little hearts out. Thanks for watching guys. The links to our Facebook and Twitter is in the description below. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you on the flip side. It reminds me of a very specific episode of Star Wars Star Trek. Get that mixed up.